These two birds are the bane of my existence, and they can be found down under right beside the Spectral World Boss. They are a pair of red aura herons where the green one is Arrow and the other is Electro. As with all the red mist enemies, the best way to kill them is with dodge counters, as that will grant you a flat damage proc on every successful dodge. At first glance, it seems like this mini boss will be a tough one to crack, because it actually is. Never have I wanted to jump off my apartment complex more than trying to learn how both of them work. The only saving grace is that you are not required at all to kill both at the same time. You can simply focus on one, take a break, and go for the kill on the other. But first, let's get to their movesets. The only move that they share is a parry where they will first block using their wings, and upon the second hit will then launch a counter attack. This is pretty easy to abuse because you can either just not do anything and catch your breath, or time your dodge right as your second attack hits to get a free damage proc. Let's focus on the green bird. It technically has 5 distinct moves, but with some careful positioning, we can limit this down to 3, while these two have the same timing, so we might as well call them the same thing. The easiest is the charge, and it only happens when there's a considerable distance between you and the bird. Sometimes it just flies over, but other times there's also a parry timer. You wouldn't really see this attack that much because you ideally want to be close to the bird in order to maximize your dodge counters. The next move is a 2-hit combo where the bird flies up for a brief moment and attempts to hit you with its claws before it comes crashing down. This attack is the reason why I recommend using a ranged unit for killing the green bird, as it will mean that you can do a quick normal attack after you dodge the first hit, giving you a free damage proc. The last two attacks are either a 2-hit or a 3-hit combo, where it first swipes its head once or twice before blowing a gust of wind in your direction. I paired these attacks into one because their timings are the same, meaning that you can just always assume that it's a 3-hit combo unless you see it blow wind on the second hit, then you can stop dodging. Your game plan is to focus first on the green bird, keeping a close distance so that it never groups up with the Electro one. When they finally group up, you can back off a bit and force one of them to charge after you. Once they separate, rinse and repeat until the green one is dead. Purple bird has 3 movesets, but just like the first one, we can keep a close distance and force it to only use 2 attacks. The first one is a dash, where it zigzags all while jumping slowly forward. At close distances, you can simply dodge this at the first step, but at further ranges, you might want to wait for the third jump. Again, we will stay close to the bird at all times, so we can just ignore this attack. The second attack is a 2-hit combo with a parry timer at the start. Hitting the parry will cancel the attack altogether, but you can make this timing easier by simply dodging the first hit. Doing so will almost always guarantee a successful parry unless you don't hit the bird's head. The final attack is a 3-hit combo where the bird swipes twice with its head, stops for a moment, and charges at you with a parry timer. Just like the previous video, you want to insert quick normal attacks in between each dodge to maximize the damage proc. While the third hit is a fairly tight parry and I recommend just dodging it outright, I found that a properly timed Sanhwa heavy attack almost always guarantees a hit, which is very satisfying whenever it lands. I recommend using a melee character for the purple bird as it forces you to be up close and minimize the chances that it will do its dash attack. Other than that, it's actually a simpler fight, and the only thing you need to keep in mind is the occasional block it does. With that, ladies and gents, thank you so much for watching this video. And as always, feel free to comment down below which one you want to see next.